Now that we've completed our series, you have all you need to make a complete website using HTML5 and CSS. Of course, I didn't go over everything. There's still a lot to learn. But most of the new things now will be new HTML tags and attributes, and new CSS properties and values you can apply. If you understand how the code and structure of these two work together, then you'll have no trouble just adding new features and designs to your web vocabulary. Make sure to get some building practice on a website, any website. It's best to just start with some content and test out how you can structure and arrange it. Every website is unique, a new story with different kinds of information and data. So planning what features to use and how to link them will be a new experience with each site. In this series we went over a lot of different tags, attributes, and properties, but I'm not expecting you to have them memorized in just 5 hours. So I have a few resources linked for you in the Section 9 folder that might help you out. A quick Google search will show you that there are plenty of free resources and tools out on the web. These links highlight just a few of them so you can get an idea of what to look for. First, I've got a few cheat sheets that you can use to look things up quickly. This first one covers all the tags and attributes that are in use for HTML5. Some we covered in this series, but a lot we didn't. So here, you can look up the correct attributes and structures for the tags you know, or just browse and get some ideas for trying out new tags. There's also a link to a cheat sheet here for CSS too, which is most of our normal properties and values. And we have another link for a cheat sheet for CSS3.
And these are all the newest features we can use.
Now I also have some help for color. There's a link here that takes you out to a page with all 140 accepted color names that are currently used in our browsers today. And the codes that go with them, of course. And the other color link takes you to a page with color tips and tools. For instance, here's a color picker, where you can choose any color you want, and you automatically get the RGB values or the hexadecimal value, and you can just copy it and paste it right into your code. This link here goes to another list of codes. This time, it's for special character codes, to make sure that the right symbols appear in your content where you want them. For most of the newest browsers, you can just type these symbols into your content, and they'll display the right character for your users. But for the greatest compatibility, when you use these codes in place of the typed symbol, you're guaranteed to get the right character. It's good for supporting older browsers, and also search engine crawlers too. For the most commonly used ones, there's an easy-to-remember name you can use too. For instance, if you want the double quotes, you can type in ampersand hashtag 34 semicolon, or you can type ampersand quote semicolon. Both codes will work the same. Now the last link here at the bottom will take you to a site that has some code that will help you with your website compatibility. An open group has made this set of scripts available which we can use, and they basically instruct an older browser how to handle the new HTML5 tags. To add this functionality, you can download the files and put them on your website, or down here in the installation section, they've got some code that you can just copy and paste into your head tag. This will download all the JavaScripts needed directly to your site page from here, so you don't need to install anything. The first part of this code checks to see if your user is using an Explorer browser that's older than version 9. And the second part will bring the code in and set it up for use. Now it's certainly not required to do this, but it can be a big help when you need to make your site accessible to users who can't upgrade their browsers. Now the last resource I want to show you is actually in your browser itself. I'll open up our finished website project. And here, using Chrome, I can access it in two ways. I can either go over to the settings under More Tools and open up the developer tools, or you can simply right-click on an object inside your page that you're looking at and choose Inspect Element. Either way, this will bring up a panel down at the bottom of your screen that goes through the HTML code on the page you're looking at. In this case, you can see it's selected the image tag that places the cup image on the page that I clicked on. Over on the right-hand side, it shows me all the different CSS styling properties that are in use on this element. And I can explore things like some of the margin and padding settings. On the left side, as I roll over different elements inside the code, you can see that it gives me a preview with some information right on the screen. This way you can see information about each part of your page and how it fits into the layout. Of course, this is a great tool to use when you're troubleshooting your own code, or also exploring around on other sites to see how they were built. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this set of lessons and are confident to go ahead and start building your own sites. Remember, practice makes perfect, so have fun